Wires everywhere. What on earth have I got all these wires in front of you for today? Well, this is what we call panel wire. Very fine stranded, flexible wires that are used to build panels. Now, when you are doing panel building and using lots of wires of different sizes and trying to ferrule them up, what tool do you need to make your life much easier? Let me show you. This is what you need. This is the Knipex 1252-195 panel builder's best friend. This beautiful bit of kit is going to help you strip wires. So we're going to give it a go today. We're going to run through all of its features, do some real life testing on this absolutely beautiful piece of kit. I mean, let's face it, who doesn't love a Knipex tool? And this is one of the more high-end tools in their lineup, so I'm super excited to give this a go. First of all, make sure you like and subscribe. And this video is sponsored by Loadout. Loadout are our tool shop friends, and I'm going to leave a link below where you can buy one of these from the Loadout store. Loadout is a place where you can buy loads of amazing tools at really reasonable prices, and their customer service is 5-star, which is what you want when you're buying important gear. So thanks to Loadout, and let's get into it. So as with all Knipex tools, it comes in a very sort of flimsy box, very eco-friendly, but the box doesn't really tell you much about it other than it is Knipex quality, made in Germany. But it doesn't have any instructions or anything like that, so if you want to find out all the details, you can look on the instruction manual online, I guess. A few things to think about here. Wire cutting using this particular bit here. Very nice and sharp, which is what you want. Then wire stripping using this bit here. Absolutely beautiful action on that. And just to show you what these fine stranded wires are like, if you haven't seen them before. So this is it, very fine copper strands that are perfect for ferruling up and then putting into circuit breakers, contactors and things like that. So I have in this pile a selection of different sizes. We've got 1.5, 2.5, 4 and 6 millimeter squared, or square millimeter, depending on how you like to square your millimeters. And we're going to just give it a go at stripping all these different sizes, cutting all these different sizes and seeing what the action is like. Now, some other things to note about this is it has this adjustable piece here that you can adjust to the length that you want to strip. To illustrate how it might work in the real world, you've got your pack of ferrules, and what you need to do is strip these wires to exactly the length of the ferrule. So for the 1.5 that I've got here, basically what I'm going to do is adjust this tool to the length that I want to strip the wires to, which is the length of my ferrule. So if I see the little jaws here, set my ferrule up, and that will give me pretty much the exact right length that I need. So let's try it. You line it up with the end there, just sort of stops the wire from going in any further. Okay, that should give me the length that I need. It looks like it needs to be adjusted slightly. And the thing is, once you've got it set up, then you're good to go. So set it up once, take the time to set it up properly. There we go. Pretty much exactly the right length to strip that. And then we can put our ferrule on. The wires just go right into the end of the ferrule. Embarrassingly, I don't have my Knipex ferrule crimpers, but, and there we go. We crimp. Give it another go, twice for good measure, and we have a lovely wire ferruled up. So that is 1.5. Now I've got a feeling that these are going to work even better on larger wires. So let's give it a go with the 2.5. Absolutely beautiful finish on that. There we go. That's the 2.5. Let's go up a notch to the 4, and we're going to figure out actually how big can you go with this thing, because I think it can go pretty big. Now let us know in the comments if you are a panel builder and you just spend all day stripping wires like this and putting ferrules on. I find it quite therapeutic doing this kind of work. Although it's repetitive, it's really satisfying when you can build a panel that looks absolutely beautiful and neat. And just having the right tools for the job is what really will make the difference between a fairly good board and a really, really pristine board. So that was 4mm. Now for the ultimate test. 6mm squared. In terms of the length, obviously 6mm ferrules are slightly longer than 4mm or than the smaller conductors, but that is about right. Oh, beautiful. Let me know in the comments what you think about Knipex tools, but for me, when it comes to cutting and stripping wires, you know, I've always had Knipex side cutters, pliers, long nose pliers, because they are just the best. They don't do things by halves, and when it comes to a tool like this, Knipex have not let us down. So let's talk about some technical specs here. This obviously adjusts the length, so you can go right up to 20mm length, right down to about 5mm length. And then this here gives you the gauge of wires that you can actually strip. So from 0.08mm to 16mm. So pretty much everything you would ever need when you're doing panel building, this tool can cover it, and this tool can cut it. There's a couple of other amazing little features on here that I want to share with you. One of them is this, right? So what does this do? You've got a plus and a minus, and you can turn this. So I was thinking, well, what on earth does this do? When you do that, the blades go slightly longer or slightly shorter. It basically enables you to control the depth in which the blades cut into the wires. So for smaller wires, for example, yeah, see, that is perfect now. For larger wires, you might want a slightly deeper cut. If I do that, it's probably not quite enough. Probably want a bit more depth on the blades. So what I can do is just turn that the other way. And then if we try again, much better finish there, just from that slight extra depth in the blades. Because let's face it, the insulation on a 6mm or a 16mm is obviously going to be slightly thicker than the insulation on a 2.5 or a 1.5 or down to 0.08. So having that fine-tuning adjustment is really important. And I guess as you learn to use this tool regularly and you get to grips with it, you will naturally quite quickly come to know, okay, I'm doing a smaller conductor, I'll ramp it down, and maybe 2.5, it's about there, 1.5, 16mm, etc. And you'll just naturally learn to adjust it. So that's a really nice feature. There is one other feature that is hidden on here. Let me know in the comments if you know what it is. One feature that I've not mentioned yet. Now I thought this was some kind of little hidden tool or something like that, but actually what it is a little place to write your name. So I can put Jordan on there, and then everyone knows that this is my tool. I can write it in Sharpie or whatever it might be, and then they know that this is my tool. So that's one hidden feature. Now there is another one, and that is this. Knipex like to create tools that you can actually tether to yourself. So you can get these little bungee cords that you clip into there, and then you can strap them to your tool belt or whatever. And that's a really nice feature too, especially if you just want to have this tool on your person all the time. You don't want it falling off. You can just clip that in, clip it to your belt, or clip it somewhere, and then you've always got it attached to you. And if you're working at height or anything, that is quite safe as well to have tools on a kind of a bungee to avoid them dropping and hitting somebody on the head. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Are you a panel builder? I would love to hear your stories and your favourite tools as a panel builder, because, you know, we could always do more panel builder type videos on here. So let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit a thumbs up and subscribe, and why not grab a cup of tea and watch a few more tool videos that pop up on the screen after this, because there are loads. We have a whole tool arc on here where you can find out all about the great tools that electricians can use on a daily basis. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.